Ladies and gentlemen, we're looking at the Simpsons TCG again. Now, if you were watching my channel during Boxtoberfest, where I was opening a different game every day in October, you would know that I opened a booster box of the Simpsons TCG, and initially was very, very angry at it by how many duplicate rares and foils that I got, before finding out that the reason I got that many duplicates is that half of the game only exists in the theme decks. I knew that theme decks had a couple of exclusive cards, but what I didn't realize is that the theme decks have no overlap whatsoever with the boosters. There's nothing in here that you can get in booster packs, and there's nothing in booster packs that you can get in here. Slight exception is the rares that come in the theme decks. You can get foil versions of in the booster packs, but you can't get the non-foils in the booster packs, and of course you can't get the foils within here. So there are 4 different theme decks. We have Homer, there's Mr. Burns, there's Bart, and there's Lisa. So we're going to open all of these up today and look through all of the cards that are in here. And then, I'll get them added to my binder and stuff. So let's look at the Lisa one first. So this comes with an extra helping of Maggie cards, an extra shot of Maggie cards. The Lisa and Homer ones say something like that for Maggie and Marge. That's because apparently, like I say, I haven't opened these, I'm just going by what I've read online. The Maggie cards in here, there's 3 different cards. They have the same numbers with A, B, and C, so you actually get different artworks for the same card number. So, this theme deck's for 1 player only. The Lisa theme deck, try all 4 theme decks, get all new cards, booster packs. Booster packs contain cards that you won't find in theme decks, etc. Fortunately, it's what it's all about. Watch out for action cards. It's the usual stuff on a theme deck that you will see. So let's get into this. A lot of empty space in there. All right. Oh, you actually have to open the bottom or you can't get the cards out. Okay. So, this looks like a checklist. That's nice. Think about types of cards, and then yeah, so we have a checklist, and it tells us which ones are going to be foil cards as well. So I said all of the rares have both foil and non-foil versions. There are 5 character rares at the start, which only come in foil. One of them, Krusty, we got from the box. And then the others, each of these decks has 1. But you can see that most of them have 2 if they're rare. And it also notes that Maggie and Marge have A, B, and C versions. It says Marge Simpson and Maggie Simpson cards have alternate art. And then the other side, just a bit of a rulebook. Okay. I'm assuming we're going to get that in every theme deck. So, you can see here the Lisa card on the front. Nice foil one. Let's get this open. So we have Lisa's star card. Like I said, this is one of the cards that only comes in foil. And it's the only foil card we should be getting in the theme deck. We then have, this is a... Alright, that is just a deck list. That's kind of cool. Alright, and then Springfield Library. So they still have common and rare symbols. I think there's only common and rare are the 2 rarities. Even though they're all fixed to the theme deck, I think it just represents how many copies you actually get within the theme deck. So we have 3 Springfield Library, 3 Springfield Elementary. We have 1 Science Fair, because you see Science Fair is a rare, which also means you can get it as a foil in the booster packs. We have the Playground, 3 of those because it's common. Rod and Todd, 3 copies. 3 Ralph Wiggums. 1 Professor John Frink as a rare. Principal Skinner, 3 copies. Martin Prince, 3 copies. Now Maggie Simpson, it's a common, so we have 3 copies, but this is the ones with A, B, and C, so we have 3 different arts, despite the fact that we have 3 copies of the card. Janie Powell is a rare. Dr. Hibbert, 3 copies. Healthy Choice action card. It's only 2 copies of common action cards, and then 1 copy of the rare action card. Trading Places. Know-It-All. Exposed. And then our rare action card is Butting In, so only 1 copy of that one. Alright, let's do the Bart theme deck next. I'm assuming it's going to contain a lot of the same stuff. The backs all say pretty much the same thing. Includes 1 foil card, original art, booster packs, etc. I'll open from the bottom this time, since I know that we have to get the cards out. So there we have our Bart. This looks like it's exactly the same. Won't need to look at that again. So there we have our Bart Star, the one fixed foil card. We have the theme deck contents list, which, like I said, I did not know was in there, but it's very, very cool. So as you can see, it will tell you how many you get. 3 copies of characters for commons, 1 copy for rares, and then actions 2 for commons and 1 for rares. So we have Phineas Q Butterfat's 5,600 Flavors Ice Cream Parlor. That is a long thing to say. Camp Krusty. Bart's Treehouse. Android's Dungeon. That is a rare. Uta. We did have 3 that were stuck together. Sherry and Terry. Santa's Little Helper. Rainier Wolf Castle is a rare, so only 1 copy. We have Otto. Nelson. Millhouse. Jimbo Jones is another rare, so only 1 copy. Then on to the actions, Sneak Attack. Trading Up is a rare. Bait and Switch. Slimy Tactics. And Search and Destroy. So it seems like each theme deck, if they all follow the same, are going to have the 1 exclusive foil card, 1 rare action with 4 common actions, plus 1 rare scene with 3 common scenes, and 2 rare characters with 6 common characters. So that's going to be each theme deck adding 4 rares, which can be then found as foils within the booster packs. In addition to, obviously, the foils which are in the booster packs themselves. The rares which are in the booster packs themselves, which do have foils too. Anyway, this is the Mr. Burns deck. Again, pretty much the same sort of stuff on the back, just telling us what's in there. This is one of the few Wizards games where I don't think they had any sort of first edition run. I've never seen any first edition anything from The Simpsons. You know, the Looney Tunes game, which I've featured on here a couple of times before, it did turn out in the end, did have a first edition print run, which I didn't know about when I made my first video, but it did. The X-Men game that they did had a first edition run. I just got some promos from that game. I'll be showing X-Men off on here quite a bit more in the future. But that had a first edition print run. A lot of Wizard stuff, they did a first edition print run. Wow, this will not open. But as far as I can tell, nothing first edition exists for The Simpsons. But if I'm wrong on that, let me know. Alright, so you have Mr. Burns' star card. You have his deck list here. So you can see there the numbers. They all pretty much match what I said. So we have the Springfield Town Hall. The Nuclear Power Plant, which is a rare. Mr. Burns' Office. Burns Manor. Snake. Smithers. Officer Lou. Mayor Quimby, who is a rare. It's really odd, I think, some of the decisions they made in which characters got rare cards and which ones were just commons. I mean, plus which characters even got in the game. There's a lot of popular characters got left out. We've got Lenny. Kearney, who is another rare. You see, we have Kearney there as a rare, and then I think Bart's one had Nelson as a common. I think even if you're looking at just the bullies themselves, Nelson is a much more popular character than Kearney. We have Chief Wiggum, who again is another common. Carl is a common. We have You're Fired. Staff Review. Executive Privilege. Fine Print. And the rare is Poison Pill. This is the rare action card for Burns. Alright, finally we have the Homer deck. So you can see this one says Extra Helping of Marge cards. That is because, as with Maggie, Marge is going to have those 3 alternate artworks. These do open fairly easily, and I think it is because the glue is like 20 years old. Okay. Yep, same one of those again. Alright, final deck. Let's see if this one opens easier than the Burns one. It doesn't look like it's going to. Alright, so there's our last star card of Homer. Our last deck list, which... Again, I'm surprised by this, but they do have the regular backs too, so these look quite nice. They will be going in my binder along with my set, when I buy a binder. We have a rare of the Springfield Isotopes game. We have Moe's Tavern. Oops. The Quickie Mart. Hullabalooza. We have Moe. We have Marge. This is the common with the 3 different artworks that you can get within the Homer deck only. We have Herb. Grandpa Simpson. A rare is Duffman. And the other rare is Dr. Nick Riviera. And there's Barney. And a Pooh. And then Homer's action cards. Parade of Idiots. Off Limits. Dumb Luck is his rare. Parental Control. And All Mine. So that is all of the cards that come exclusive to these decks. Like I said, they're going to fill in a lot of gaps in the binder that I didn't understand why were there at first. At least by the end of my box opening video, I did research and try and figure out what was wrong and filmed an ending to it. Now, that's just a quick extra bit. In addition to having those for a while, been meaning to open them for a while, I did actually just purchase a lot of foils for this game. So I have a quick flick through those. So, of course, these are all rares, because only the rares come in foil, and these all come from booster packs, not from the theme decks, although some of them can be the rares that we've just seen in the theme decks. So you have Bartman, Bleeding Gums Murphy, Comic Book Guy, Dolph, Dr. Nick, Duffman, see, we've just seen some of these in the decks, Fat Tony, Groundskeeper Willie, Hank Scorpio, Itchy and Scratchy, Janie Powell, Jimbo, Kang and Kodos, Kearney, Laleen Lumpkin, Mayor Quimby, Professor Frink, Rainier Wolfcastle, the Science Fair, Springfield Isotopes game, and Trading Up. Now, I just bought those because that's what someone on one of the Facebook groups I'm in had for sale. But I think this does only put me about 6 foils away from fully completing the Simpsons TCG, so I will get those purchased pretty soon, I think, and then get a video out showing the full set, just because when I'm that close, there is no point in not just jumping on it and doing it. I don't think it will cost me that much. But hey, hopefully you did enjoy this one. Hopefully you liked seeing the theme decks open. Hopefully you liked seeing, different Simpsons stuff. But for now, that is it from me. Hopefully you did enjoy this one. Hopefully you enjoyed, seeing the theme decks open, seeing these nice foils, and hopefully you're looking forward to seeing the complete set when I am able to get it together. If you have, any requests or anything for different games you'd like me to look at, be sure to leave those in the comments, but just comment something, give me some engagement, let me help get these videos out there to justify making Dead CCG content. But whatever you do, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. I would like to say a huge thank you to everyone who chooses to support me on Patreon. If you'd like to get involved, help support the channel, and see some behind-the-scenes content, click on the link in the description. Thanks again.
Thanks for watching. Check out some more videos right here.
And don't forget to subscribe for more awesome content from DJ Gigabyte.
Gotta catch 'em all!